If you missed Kim and Myrna, go back and watch that first, because this is part 2 in a series. This is our friend Myrna. She lives with us in Raleigh, and she...
I live here in this house. Not with us.
Not here? Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, you could.
Yes, yeah. So anyway, she's a medium.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about what that means really quickly.
Just means that I see and hear people who have passed over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with a person who was skeptical of your methods?
Sure.
Okay. That, like, I just, full disclosure, like, I
Totally
don't,
cool. I feel like that's 50% of my day.
the thing that you did with Kim was amazing. It helped me out with her. The only thing I could think of was she could have Googled any of that stuff.
Okay.
Is that a horrible thing to think?
I mean, no. I mean, if you feel that way, you feel that
Right,
way.
but is that something that you hear a lot from
People
like,
ask me that.
They can look this stuff
People
up.
ask me that all the time.
Yeah, I'm not normally like a negative person, but this
It's
just
not
like
negative.
this-
It's not. It's not something you can touch. It's not
Yeah.
a tangible.
I can't control
thing.
it. Like
You
I
can't-
would love to
totally,
not.
It's totally. Believe me,
Yeah.
I spent my whole life thinking this can't be happening to me.
Right. Are we still friends? I wanted to start because I didn't want to walk up and be like, this is like, 'cause this is
No,
how
you're
this,
totally cool.
This is just like my initial like reaction, but I still want to. I want to try this and I want to see
Okay,
what happens.
sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah. What is that dinging sound?
It's
Your phone. It's your phone. It's your phone.
Is that them doing
It's distracting us.
Sorry.
Doing a good job here. Let's move forward.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I'm very interested in the future because I
Okay.
cannot see it.
Okay.
Presidential election. The biggest question. Do you know who's going to win?
I have no comment.
You do know who's going to win.
I have no official comment.
Can you tell? Like you don't have to say who, but did you find out who's going to win the election?
I saw it in somebody else's reading by accident.
Okay. What was your reaction when you saw it?
Surprise.
Okay. So you think Donald Trump's going to win the
I
election?
did not say
That's
that at
exactly
all.
what you just said.
That's not what I said at all.
Bernie Sanders?
I didn't say that
Then
at
it's
all.
Donald Trump. Can I ask you about somebody like from a long time ago? Like there's only like one person who like there's with my family, like it's been sad when they die, but they've lived like good lives, and I'm usually in a pretty good place when death comes around. But there's one person who died like way too soon, who's a pretty integral part of my life. Like, can I ask you about that person?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Should I?
Let's see.
Do you want to figure out who it is?
Well,
or
let's
no?
see.
Okay.
Let's just see, because sometimes spirits will come through. They'll say, "Oh, you're talking about me," and they'll come through.
Okay.
But sometimes other spirits will say, "Hey, it's our time to talk." So you get to the back of the line. Let's just see if they want to come through, or if I can get them to come through.
Okay.
I think this is still a family member who's standing in front. I'm going to describe who I'm seeing, and you tell me. I don't know who this is, but this person sort of has maybe a rounder face. It's a male with glasses, with maybe like shorter hair, almost spiky, almost maybe, and
He's not a family member.
he's not a family member. So you know who this is?
Yeah, and there's no way you could know this. I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
When he died, he had spiky hair and a ridiculous pair of glasses that I put on at his funeral to talk about him. And I am having a tough time figuring out how you know that.
He's not speaking. He really wanted to show me these glasses. He really and truly was just like, and he's like taking them off and shaking them and putting them back on and then shaking them, like mention the glasses.
You never told me you wore his glasses at the funeral.
No, it was not at the funeral, at the memorial service. Okay, I'm having like a bit of a breakdown, and it just happened when our memory card filled up, so I wanted you to understand why we've now switched over to a different phone, but I am less of a skeptic now. That was incredible, like, and I don't know how you figured that out. Thank you for being patient with me.
Oh, sure.
And I apologize ahead of time if I go back to being a skeptic, because that's just my nature, but that was really unbelievable.
Oh.
What you just did.
Well, I'm so glad that he came through for you.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just want to help people.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're so
Thank you. This is Myrna. And if you miss Kim's reading, it's pretty amazing too. It's the video before us. And I have a lot of stuff to think about. I have to rethink my stance on mediums. Or do a deep web search to see if I ever mentioned my friend Brian, which I don't think I did.